This video goes along with Unit 3-2.3. It has to do with graphing lines and parallel lines. Okay, the first thing it says to do on here, it says to graph the line y equals 2x minus 3 on the graph. Okay, the first thing remember we need to do is graph the y-intercept. This is the y-intercept. We have x, then y. So I'm going to go on the y-axis to -3 and put a big dot. Now, the next thing you do is the slope. This slope is 2, but I need to write it as a fraction. It needs to be 2 over 1 anytime you have a whole number. Since it is positive, it is telling you to go up 2. The bottom number is always going to tell us to go to the right at first. So we're going to start here. We're going to go up 2 to the right 1 and put a dot. Up 2 to the right 1 and put a dot. Up 2 to the right 1 and put a dot. Up 2 to the right 1 and put a dot. Up 2 to the right 1 and put a dot. Now, the other thing I can do is I can go backwards. And by going backwards, I'm going to go down 2 to the left 1. Down 2 to the left 1. Down 2 to the left 1. Now I can draw my line. And I'll put it, oops. Oh, the line's going crazy on me. Okay. So I've drawn my line. Now, next, it says now graph the line 4x minus 3. So I'm going to plot this y-intercept -3. 1, 2, 3. Now the slope is 4. Well, that's a whole number, so it's 4 over 1. So I'm going to go up 4 to the right 1. So I'm going to start here, up 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right 1 and put a dot. Up 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right 1 and put a dot. Up 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right 1 and put a dot. Now I can go backwards. Down 2, 3, 4 and to the left 1. Now I'm going to draw my line and connect my dots. Oh, I just made it go away. Hold on. Down 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. There. All right. I meant to hit this button and draw my line. Okay. Now, the question is now asking us, what is the same about the lines? Well, the same is they both have the same y-intercept. They're both at 0, -3. And the other thing is that they're both positive, or they have positive slopes. You could also put in there that the line is increasing. Oops. Is increasing. What is different about them? Their slopes. One is 2 and the other one is 4. Now, can you tell me out of these two lines which line is steeper? What does that mean? If it's steeper, it means it's more vertical. Okay? The steeper, it's farther away from 0. So the steeper line is y equals 4x minus 3 because the slope is a larger number. Next, here's the next one. It says graph the line y equals -1/2 x. Well, the first thing we're supposed to do is plot the y-intercept. If there's not a number there, that's 0. So I'm going to go over here to 0 and put a dot. Now the slope is -1/2. It's already written in a fraction, the top, and this is negative, so I'm going to go down, and the bottom number is always to the right. So I'm going to start here. I'm going to go down 1 to the right 2 and put a dot. Down 1 to the right 2, put a dot. Down 1 to the right 2. And I can keep doing that. Now I can also go backwards. I can start the y-intercept and go up 1 to the left 2. Up 1 to the left 2. Up 1 to the left 2. And then I'm going to draw my line. There we go. Next, I'm going to do the next one. It says y equals -1/4 x plus 0. I'm going to put a 0 right here. -1/4. That is down 1 to the right 4. So I'm going to start here. Down 1 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let me work backwards. I'm going to go up 1 to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up 1 to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, there's my other line. There it is there. Now, What is the same about the lines? Well, they both start at 0, 0. So the y-intercept is the same. They're both decreasing. So they're both decreasing, which means the slopes, so it means the slopes are negative. What's different about the lines? The slopes are. Now, let me ask you this question. Which line is steeper in this one? This equation right here is y equals negative 1/4 x, and this one is y equals negative 1/2 x. The one that is steeper, the steeper line is y equals negative 1/2 x. Whoops. The steeper the line, the farther away from 0 it is. Next, here's the next one. All right, well, let's graph. We've got negative 1, the y-intercept. I'm going to put a dot right there. The slope is negative 2, which is negative 2 over 1. It tells me to go down 2 to the right 1. So I'll start here and go down 2 to the right 1 and put a dot. Down 2 to the right 1, put a dot. Down 2 to the right 1, put a dot. Down 2 to the right 1. Now I can go backwards and I can go up 2 to the left 1. Up 2 to the left 1. Up 2 to the left 1. And then I can draw my line to connect the dots. Okay? So now let's graph the other one. Again, I'm starting at negative 1, okay? But the slope is 2. That's 2 over 1. That says to go up 2 and to the right 1. So I'll start here. Up 1, 2 to the right 1. Up 2 to the right 1. Up 2 to the right 1. Up 2 to the right 1. Now I'm also going to go down 2 to the left 1. Down 2 to the left 1. I can draw my line. Okay. Now what is the same? The same is the y-intercept. Are the slopes, are they both going in the same direction? Are they both increasing or decreasing? Nope. What's different is the direction, because one is positive, one is negative. Whoops, direction. My pen doesn't want to write. So one is positive, one's negative. The other thing that's different, well, I don't know. Let's think about this. Which line is steeper? Negative 2x or 2x? The slope is actually the same, because both of them have the same angle, whether one is going up or one is going down. They are the same. They have the same steepness. Whoop, that's supposed to be an S. So you could write slope or steepness. Next, here's the next one. Let's graph this line. I have x minus 4, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Put a dot right there. Now what is my slope in this problem? Slope is the number in front of x. It is a 1. 1 over 1. Since it is positive, it tells you to go up 1 and to the right 1. So I'll start here, up 1 to the right 1, put a dot. Up 1 to the right 1. Up 1 to the right 1. Up 1 to the right 1. I can also go down 1 to the left 1. Down 1 to the left 1. And I can draw my line. Well, really, I should have done the straight line. Okay. Here's the next one. Does anybody remember what this line is called? It's a special one. Remember, it is the linear parent function. Okay? Whoop. All right, so what is the y-intercept? Plus 0. So we're going to start here at plus 0. Now the slope for this one as well is 1. That is 1 over 1. So I'm going to go up 1 and to the right 1, up 1 to the right 1, up 1 to the right 1, and keep going. Now I'm also can go down 1 to the left 1, down 1 to the left 1, and I can draw my line. Ooh, what do you notice about these two lines? Are they touching? No. Okay, we'll talk about that in a minute. What is the same about these lines? Both of them are increasing, and they both, whoops, they have the same slope. What is different? Their y-intercepts. Well, when two lines are like this, these are parallel lines. And you will be able to find out their parallel lines from their equations, because when they have the same slope, when they have, the same slope, the lines are parallel. All right, here's the next one. What is the equation of this line? Well, remember, we need to find the slope and the y-intercept. So let's go here, and the y-intercept is right here. That is 0, 1. Now, what is the slope? If I go up 1 and over 1, not quite on the line. If I go up 2 and over 1, it looks like it hits. Let's try it again. Up 2 over 1, sure is. So my slope is 2 over 1. My equation is going to be y equals 2x. Whoops, I need to write x because 2 over 1 is 2. So I've got 2x plus 1. Now it says translate the line up 5 units. So what that means is this. Let me do this. Let me go over here and erase this. I'm going to draw a line on top of this blue line. Okay. Now when I translate it, what it means is I'm going to put my pencil on the y-intercept, and I'm going to shift it up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just going to move it up. I'm going to move it up 5 units. So what I'm doing now is I'm not changing the angle of the line, I'm just shifting it up. Well, now, what do you notice about the original line and the translated line? Well, they're parallel. And the y-intercept is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoop. Yeah, let's start at 0, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The new y-intercept is 0, 6. It might help if I erase that arrow on there. And the slope is the same, so it is 2. The equation of this new line is y equals 2x plus 6. Now it says, look at your answer in part C. What makes this happen? Well, what makes them parallel is because they have the same slope. So really what you should have done to graph it is all you would have done is gone to this y-intercept, and you would have gone up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you would have done the same slope, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. Next one. Okay, what is the equation of this line? First thing, I need m and I need b. The b is right here. I've got 0, negative 3. My m is my slope. Up 1 over 1, not quite there. Up 1 over 2, yep. Let's test it. Up 1 over 2, good. Up 1 to the right 2. 1 over 2. Do not tell me that is 2. That is 1/2. So my equation is y equals 1/2 x minus 3. And actually, before you go on, you would want to go in your calculator and go to y equals, and in y1, put 1/2 x minus 3 and press graph. Check and make sure you got the correct equation. Now, the next thing, we're going to, it says to translate it up 7 units. Well, let me do my line thing. Yeah, I kind of like moving that line. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your pencil and right now put it on the y-intercept. Now go down 7. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Let's see here. Try this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and put a dot right there. So right here, we're going to put a dot down here. I went down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because it said to go down 7 units. What do you know? And now do the slope. So go up 1 and over 2 and put a dot. Up 1 and over 2, up 1 and over 2, and draw your line. Now, what do you notice about these two lines? They are parallel. They don't touch. Parallel. What is the new y-intercept of the translated line? It's down here. It is 0, negative 10. The slope is 1/2. What is the equation? Y equals 1/2 x minus 10. Now, what makes this happen? Well, what makes it happen is because they have the same slopes. Next one. There we go. All right, well, let's graph this one. We're going to graph -3, 1, 2, 3, put a dot. The slope is 2/3. That tells me it's positive. It tells me to go up 2, to the right 3. Up 2 to the right, 1, 2, 3, put a dot. Up 2 to the right, 1, 2, 3, put a dot. Up 2 to the right, 1, 2, 3. Down 2 to the left, 3. Down 2 to the left, 3. And then let's draw our line. Now, I'd ask you to translate the units, translate the line up 3 units. So start here at your y-intercept. Let's go up. 1, 2, 3. Put a dot now. What's the y-intercept of it now? 0, 0. You're going to use the same slope, so it's going to be 2/3. So I'm going to go up 1, 2 over 1, 2, 3 and put a dot. Up 2 over 1, 2, 3 and put a dot. Go down 2 to the left, 1, 2, 3. Down 2 to the left, 1, 2, 3. And then you're going to draw your line. The equation is y equals 2/3 x plus 0, but better yet is to write y equals 2/3 x. These two lines are parallel. Why are they parallel? Because they have the same slope. Next one, let's graph this line. First off, graph the y-intercept. 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The slope is -4/3. That's down 4 to the right 3. Down 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right 1, 2, 3. Down 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right 1, 2, 3. Down 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right 1, 2, 3. And I will draw my line. There we go. Now it says to translate the line down 4 units. So I'm going to start at my y-intercept. I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4. There's my new y-intercept. It is 0, 3. If you notice, look, here's your y-intercept you're starting at. You're moving it down 4 units, so you're subtracting 4 from the 7. 7 minus 4 is 3. Now the slope is the same, -4 over 3. So you're going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, and over 1, 2, 3. Down 1, 2, 3, 4, over 1, 2, 3. Down 1, 2, 3, 4, and over 1, 2, 3. Now, I'm going to draw my line here. My equation, y equals -4/3 x plus 3. The lines are parallel. Next one. What is the equation of the line? Well, let's start. First I need M, and then I need B. Let's start with B. 1, 2, 3, 4, right here. I have 0, 4. My slope, down 1 to the right 1. Nope. Down 1 to the right 2. Oh, it looks like it. Down 1 to the right 2. Sure enough, down to -2 over 1. -2 over 1 is -2. The equation is y equals -2x plus 4. Now, translate the line up 5 units. So I'll start here and I'll go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I went up 5 units. It is 0, 9. Okay, now I'm going to do the same slope, -2, which is down 2 and over 1, down 2 to the right 1, down 2 to the right 1, and I'll keep going down to the right 1. I can draw my line. My equation, y equals -2x plus 9. But look at this. I want to tie in the fact that it says up. Up is positive, up 5. 4 plus 5 is 9. That's how I'm getting my new y-intercept. It says, what do you notice about the original line and the translated line? Again, they are parallel. What is making them parallel? They are parallel because they have the same slope, but different y-intercepts. Next, here's another one. We're going to graph the y-intercept at -3. Put a dot. The slope, it's a 1x, so it's 1 over 1. That tells me to go up 1 to the right 1. 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 I can keep doing that, or I can go backwards. Down 1 to the left 1. Down 1 to the left 1. And I can draw my line. Whoops. There we go. I'm going to draw my line. Now it says to translate it down 6 units. Well, let's see. Can you guess by looking at these what my new y-intercept is going to be? Start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's my new y-intercept. 0, -9. Well, look. -3 minus 6 is -9. Now the slope. The slope is the same. It's going to be 1. My equation is going to be 1x minus 9, or you can write it as y equals x minus 9. So I'm going to go up 1 and to the right 1, up 1 to the right 1, up 1 to the right 1. And I can keep going, but I know my lines are parallel. Well, why are they parallel? Because the slopes are the same and the y-intercepts are different. Here's the next one. Take a minute and figure out if you can see what this is. This says which function represents a line parallel to the line shown. Now remember, if they're parallel, they have the same slope. Well, here's one thing. This line is increasing, it is going up. That means my slope is going to be positive. Well, this has a negative slope, it's not A. This has a negative slope, it's not D. So it's one of these two right here. So let's see which one has the same slope, because the y-intercepts don't matter. It's all it is asking for is another line that is parallel. If it's parallel, they have the same slopes. So let's try 2/3. Up 2 over 1, 2, 3. Ooh, that doesn't work. It's not, can't be this one. Let's try 3 over 2. Up 3 to the right 2. Start the y-intercept. Up 1, 2, 3 over 1, 2. Oh, it hit the line. Up 1, 2, 3 over 1, 2. Sure enough, my answer is C. Now it says write an equation of the line that has the same y-intercept. The y-intercept is 0, -4. So I can write y equals any number and then x and -4. So for example, I should write, not or, I should just write example, y equals 2x minus 4. As long as your y-intercept is -4, that's what it's asking you for here. Okay, my next one. Okay, now a lot of people get messed up on this one. What I would do is go in the calculator. You know we can put a y equals in the calculator. Press y equals 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You put it in there, you're going to find that it is a horizontal line. Well, let's remember, horizontal line, I say HOI, 0 slope, and that's a y equals equation. It says draw a line that is parallel to it. Well, it doesn't matter which one you do. I can go anywhere on here. I'm going to draw a line here and write the equation. 1, 2, 3. It is y equals 3. Put these two in the calculator into y1 and y2. Put this into y1 and this into y2 and press graph and see if you got that, if they look the same. The next one says x equals 3. Well, wait a minute. I can't put x equals in the calculator. So let's go on the x-axis and go to where x equals -3 and put a dot. Vux, V-U-X. X equals has an undefined slope, and it is a vertical line. So that means my line is going to go up and down. I know, kind of crazy line right here. It wants a line that is parallel to it. It doesn't matter what you do. Or which, I mean, it does matter what you do. It doesn't matter what number you choose. In this case, I have x equals -2. That's my line. Or x equals +2. So my bad, right here. X equals +2. Next. Okay, here's the next one. If you have this equation and it was translated 7 units up, what would be the new function? Well, right here it says up 7. I could put +7, and I know that all I'm doing, oh, let's see if I can find my highlighter here. I'm just putting the y-intercepts together right here. So my slope will be the same. Y equals 2x, -4 + 7 is 3. Try the next one. Right here it says move it down 6 units, so I'm going to subtract 6. I get y equals, the slopes stay the same, and 5 minus 6 is -1. Now, if that messes you up, you can always kind of go on a number line. Go up here to 5 and put a dot, and then count down 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down here to -1. You can always do that. All right, here's another one. Take a minute and try and figure out what they are, what the answers are. Well, here, the slopes have to be the same. If they're the parallel, they have the same slope. So I have 7 and 7. You should have gotten E. Next, I have -7. There's -7. So it's C. So let's see, I'll cross these out. Next one, my slope is 1/3. Where is it? Oh, there it is, D. Slope is 3. The answer is A. The last one, the answer should be B, because of both of the slopes is -1/7. Okay, put the following equations in order from steepest to less steep by placing the number below each equation. Take a minute and try and do that. Less steep means the flattest. Flattest, and this is to the steepest. Oh, wait, sorry, I said that backwards. It's the steepest to the least steep. So let's think about this. The steepest is going to be a large slope number, and we're going to be going down to a number closer to 0. Because the flatter the line, the less steep, the closer it is to 0. Well, first off, the steepest line, which is the biggest number? It's actually this one. Even though it says -4, the negative only tells you direction. 4 is what we're looking at. The next number after that is 2. Then this slope is 1, so this is 3. What's the next one? Now, these have fractions. They might, one way to do it is make them a decimal, 0.667, and this is 0.5. Which one is the next steepest, the farthest away from 0? This one. And then here's number 5. Now, in summary, when translating lines up or down, the blank of the line changes. Okay, when you're moving them up and down, the y-intercept changes. When translating lines up and down, the slope stays the same. Two lines are parallel if their slopes are the same. Write an equation. So take a minute and try and answer these. Write an equation that is parallel to y equals 8. You can choose y equals any number. So, for example, I could have y equals 6. Write an equation on a line that's parallel to that. You could have y equals 10. Or y equals -20. It doesn't matter as long as it's just a number. The next one, write an equation of a line that's parallel to x equals 5. You could do x equals negative 6. It's going to be x equals any number. Another one, x equals 7. Here's some review problems. Up here, what is the slope? The slope, remember, is delta y over delta x. This is plus 3, plus 3, plus 3. Delta x plus 1, plus 1, plus 1. I have 3 over 1. That is 3. That's my slope. Now my y-intercept, if you saw it in here, you could go and circle this right here. There's my y-intercept. 0, negative 4. So my equation is y equals 3x minus 4. Now it says, what is the x value when the y value is 20? X and y. When the y value is 20, well, you can look in the calculator. You can put this into y1, press second graph, and find where y is 20, or I can do 3x minus 4 and set it equal to 20. I would add 4 to each side. 3x equals 24. Divide by 3. X equals 8. Now it wants you to put it in this grid. So I'm going to go over here, and first off it's positive, so bubble in the positive. And I've got all these numbers, but I'm going to put in here 8. And just go down here and put bubble in the 8. And these are the type of questions you'll see on the EOC now. You'll have a couple free response. Oop. All right, here's the next one. Okay, let's see if I can move some of these up here. Let's see if I can move this grid up. And, okay. Getting closer. Let's try it again. Move them so we can see them all. There we go. All right, what is the slope of the line? Delta y. Whoops, nice y. It is minus 1, minus 1. Delta x is plus 2, plus 2. The slope is negative 1 over 2. The y-intercept, I see it in my table right here. 0, negative 3. My equation, y equals negative 1/2 x minus 3. To double check and make sure you have the right equation, you can go to y equals in your calculator and put into y1 negative 1/2 x minus 3 and press second graph and match your table. Make sure you have these points in your table. That's one way you can double check to make sure you have the right equation. Now, right here it says, what is the y value when the x value is 15? So you can put this into y1, go and look and see where x is 15 and write your answer. Or I'll do it by hand. Negative 1/2 times x, x is 15, minus 3. Half of 15 is negative 7.5 minus 3. This is negative 10.5. Okay, to do my answer, bubble in the negative, I have 10.5. So I have 1, 0, decimal, and a 5 right there. And that's how you would bubble this in.